It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from Ford Field. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly help him achieve that goal.
First carry for David Montgomery, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's to the right side and incomplete. The tight end Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And a fair catch is taken and is just inside the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There was a lot of questions surrounding Jordan Love. Was he the long-term answer in Green Bay following in the footsteps of the legendary Aaron Rodgers? And I think last year in his first season as a full-time starter, he certainly quieted a lot of those questions. He spent time early in his career watching from the sideline, and he wasted no time showing he's one of the top young quarterbacks in the entire league.
The open man is Reed. He's got it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. We'll go play action with Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Love to throw on 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right, and he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Still 2nd down.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Love. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Williams in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Love to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Love to throw. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing is Love. In trouble, and down he goes. The Lions all their first time out as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Daniel Whelan now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down up
moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They face second down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. This one caught by Patrick. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A second down throw for Goff. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Love. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is caught! He is all the way inside the 15, but hold everything. There is a marker down.
Still 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. The right side, catch made by Dobbs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Dobbs headed in motion. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Packers set to kick this one away. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Linebacker Isaiah McDuffie ends the play there. Second and 7. Here's Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. Goff to St. Brown for a big one. 45 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On play action, Goff. This is caught at 2. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. David Montgomery, touchdown Lions. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions extend their advantage to 14-3. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. On play action, Love. This one is caught by Reed. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Second down and 3. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On first down, it's Love. Now he takes off. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
In motion, Reed. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Down the sideline, inside the 25. What a run, he brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. This one on target, it's Dobbs.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Here's third down and a few inches. From the gun, that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. Now after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. He's the pick number 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Goff to throw on 1st down. That's right side and brought in by Williams. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 5 brings it 2nd and 5.
One more time for Montgomery. Montgomery, 1st down, still going. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. Put this game away. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Montgomery. Good blocking, and he's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions move out to a 21-3 advantage. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's Love to throw. This is taken in by Dobbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Love. To the left side in the hands of Watson. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Packers.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. Packers going to use their final timeout now. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. To throw is Love. This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Lions offense ready to get back to work. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. That defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.